This is Numbers with Nicole. In today's lessons, we're going to solve for a radius or diameter for a circle given the area of that circle. So we're going to need our area formula. A equals pi r squared, where r is the radius of the circle and a represents the area of the circle. So find the diameter of a circle with an area of 706.858 centimeters squared. And we're going to round that diameter to the nearest whole number. So the diameter extends from one end of the circle to the other. That's what we're looking for. And we know that our area formula is A equals pi r squared. And they gave us the area, which is 706.858. So I'm replacing A with that 706.858. You can put the A on the other side if that makes you more comfortable. So we know that a diameter is equal to 2 times the radius. So I'm going to solve the area equation for the radius. And I'm going to then multiply my answer by 2 to get the diameter. So our first step is we want to get the r squared alone, which is this. So to do that, we're going to divide both sides by pi. And I know that that's going to be a number that continues on. It's going to be irrational, and I want my diameter to be exact as possible. So that means in my calculator, I'm not going to do my calculation. I'm not going to round until the very end. So this 706.858 divided by pi number, I'm going to divide that 706.858. Ignore what I just said when I said divide. Okay, I'm going to take that number, and, well, the opposite of squaring the radius would be taking the square root. Opposite of squaring is a square root. So in my calculator, I'm going to do the square root of 706.858 divided by pi, and notice all of that is under the radical there. There is my radius as a decimal, 14.9 repeating. Right in my calculator, I'm going to multiply that times 2 because I want the diameter. And so I get a diameter to the nearest whole number of 30 centimeters. So all we're doing is we're working backwards. The only difference is if we want to find the radius, we would stop after we take the square root. Let's look at another example. In this example, they give us the area in a different format. So I just want to make sure I touch upon this different format that they give us. So we're going to ask for the radius of a circle with an area of 35 pi. So A equals pi r squared. This time they gave me the radius, which extends from the center to the edge. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's what I'm finding. So we don't know what that is. And we know that this area is the 35 pi. So again, A, I'm going to replace that with 35 pi, and that equals our pi r squared on the other side. And as I said, we're going to do radius. We're going to find the radius, r equals. All right, so if you notice here, I have pi on both sides. So if I divide both sides by pi, pi over itself is 1. Pi over itself is 1. So we are going to be left with 35 equals r squared. And as we did in the previous example, the opposite of squaring is taking the square root. So square root of 35, and we're going to round that to the nearest tenths place, which would be approximately 5.9 for our radius. And if we wanted the diameter, then we would just double this answer.